Hello everybody. It's my very great privilege to be back on YouTube. Thanks to Generation SUNY, which is our effort to use social media to tell you about the State University of New York and our strategic planning process. So today, February 4th, we had yet another statewide conversation. This time our conversation took us to Stony Brook University on Long Island. And here, the topic of the day has been energy and sustainability. It's kind of interesting. We haven't really tried to match the topic with the place because all of our campuses are good at all the things we're talking about. But it's a very nice coincidence that we are here where Stony Brook has taken so much initiative and leadership relative to energy and sustainability that we could come here to develop more of our thinking on that topic. We were very privileged to be hosted, of course, by President Sam Stanley, and to have as our guest speaker. You know, we like stimulation, we like somebody to come from elsewhere and talk to us about the issues. And this time, Under Secretary of the Department of Energy, Dr. Stephen Coonan was our speaker. He was outstanding. He took this great, big, complex topic on energy and sustainability and boiled it down to two major opportunities. Actually, he said something kind of entertaining. He said, when I was an academic, and he is an academic, he used to look at things as problems. And then he said, when I worked in business, and he did work in business before he went to government, he said, we used to look at things as challenges. Well, today I'm in the federal government and I look at things as opportunities. So he presented two major opportunities for us around alternative energies and the whole issue of sustainability and largely the carbon footprint. He took very complex issues, showed us some wonderful data, and it is my understanding that his PowerPoint, which is one of the best I've ever seen on this topic, will actually be on our website at suny.edu in the very near future. So you might want to look to that as a real resource for your own thinking about energy and sustainability. We had a wonderful panel following his speech where he answered questions from the audience, as did President Stanley, who is extremely knowledgeable on these issues, and Dr. Sam Aronson, who is the executive director of the Brookhaven National Laboratory, which is also right here on Long Island and specializes in energy research and development. So very special resources. As we always do, we then convened into small working groups so that the group of 200 that have been traveling around the state for these conversations all these many weeks could spend time generating ideas and strategic actions or steps we can take and metrics we can focus on in the area of energy and sustainability. And I just took some terrific notes on what I heard, and I thought I would summarize a little bit. First of all, I was very pleased to learn that people are wanting SUNY to take leadership around the whole issue of energy and sustainability relative to the 64 campuses. Let's get organized, let's have an energy czar, let's tackle the commitment to climate change that presidents are signing up for around the country. Apparently, of our 64 campuses, already 30 of our campuses have signed on to this national initiative called the President's Commitment to Climate Change. So they called for leadership. Secondly, I was very pleased that there was so much agreement on the fact that we can use data to really track our ability to bring down our carbon footprint, to increase our efficiencies, and a real commitment to evidence-based goals and outcomes. So I thought that was really special. We talked, of course, about teaching and learning and curriculum. It's been very popular of late to build courses around financial literacy. We would have all done better in this recession. Maybe we wouldn't have even had this recession if we'd had more financial literacy. If people had understood that when they take out loans that they can't afford, they wouldn't take out a loan like that. So do we need curriculum? And of course, I think the group agreed we did. On sustainability literacy. So that was another great idea. We talked about the role of shared governance, that this is an all-in kind of concept where faculty governance, student governance, and the way we work with our various communities this has to engage everybody in every sector, and I thought that was an important point. We also talked about what system can do versus what every campus can do, and that hopefully organizing our campuses into regional hubs or consortia might help us affect whatever goals we decide to tackle in this strategic plan. We can't do as well alone what we can do together and on a regional basis. We talked about rewards and incentives. We're seeing some great stuff on our campuses, like the Solar Decathlon, where students gather together on a national or an international project. They work very hard. They're nationally competitive. We should be giving rewards and incentives for people working together. And then finally, an idea that we heard was that SUNY ought to be the go-to center for public policy on energy and sustainability for the state of New York. And if we do a good job for the state of New York, we ought to be recognized as a national policy center and with global recognition for our expertise in energy and sustainability. All in all, just a fantastic statewide conversation. So proud to be a part of these conversations and of course to be a part of SUNY. We will be continuing our dialogues, our strategic planning process on February 19th in Plattsburgh. Our topic is quality places. We're going to have a presentation from President John Ettling at Plattsburgh about the quality of life in Plattsburgh, what's neat and cool and desirable about living in Plattsburgh. We're going to have a little homework assignment where people actually come to the session ready to talk about things they've seen that really exemplify a quality place initiatives. And it's just going to be a great conversation. Ira Harkavy is going to be with us from the University of Pennsylvania, and he's just a nationally recognized expert on creating quality places and the role of higher education in creating quality places, which after all is the essence of our conversation. I hope you'll join us there. I thank you for joining us here, and I'll see you again on YouTube.